Hello learners, welcome back to Thrilled Boarding online classes. My name is Faisal. I am a teacher in business and English in Thrilled Boarding School, and we have regular lessons today in series of business lesson. We're going to have the next lesson. Before we are going to talk about or to begin with the presentation, we will talk about the crisis which we are facing around the world, the pandemic of coronavirus, and more than 2 million people are suffering in this virus. So to protect ourselves, to save ourselves, WHO has given the guidelines months before, and we need to we need to thank the government of Mongolia and health ministry for taking that initiative in the beginning of this pandemic. And through that initiative, we have saved a lot of lives. Not a single Mongolians have died through this crisis, but and we have only few cases. It is all about those who are inbound travelers, Mongolians who came from outside. So follow the safety rules, follow what is required by Ministry of Health, and be safe. If you're safe, we can save the world. So this gives complete motivation to other countries, those who are facing huge crises. So Mongolian government, this motivating other countries to follow that. So what motivation it is we're going to talk about, but we are going to talk about as in business. But we can use this as your personal life also. So here is motivation. Motivation, if what we are going to learn here is why do people work, the meaning and importance of motivation in workplace, key motivation theories, and financial and non-financial methods of motivation. So here is why do people work. People work, expect to receive something in return of their efforts. So people are motivated because they expect something. So when they work, they expect. Expectation in the form of patting, appreciation, the kind of monetary point of view, financially. Something is there as a reward to motivate themselves. That something could be personal satisfaction or personal gain. You can gain. How can you gain? I could say you feel more confident, you feel more happy. Either I could say you get many things in form of like worldly affairs. We say we can buy new laptops, we can buy latest gadgets, we can live in new expensive apartments. These are the way of we are getting it. Other reasons for working include sense of obligations, commitment to goal, and sense of pride. Some people are motivated because they feel that we are working with some organization, they feel important, they feel that we are part of that association. Some are doing because of they feel that they are trying to gain something by showing themselves what they are. Some are doing because of their interest. For most people, earning money or income is a reason for working. Now here people are working, I could say most of people are working for money, because money is the most motivating factor in this kind of that. Many theories are there. We will discuss theories later on. But money, because through money we can get things. What get things? Like what we are looking for, basic human needs, food, shelter, clothing. All comes from this kind of our motivation. That's why we all are working. So importance of well-motivated workforce. Why business needs a well-motivated workforce. Workforce means workers who are working and who are trying to give 100% in their productivity and efficiency. So here is people work for earn money so they can buy what they need to live. Motivation. This is the actual theory, actual definition. I have said to you many times that we need to memorize it. For IGC students or AS students, if we are trying to give example 450/11, most of the exams are based on what is meant by. So if the question is what meant by, you need to write exact definition. So here motivation is the factors that influence the behavior of workers towards achieving set business goals. So how we as a workforce behave, the behavior is giving us to achieve business goals. What business goals? Business goals are, many businesses have different goals. Some are having growth, some are having expansions, some are having kind of survival. So different kind of we have goals. So all goals can be achieved if we have a highly motivated workforce. So motivation, I could say, at workforce results from a combination of factors of money. So we can motivate workers through money, job security. Job security, it means that if we are feeling that our jobs are secure, we can work for longer, it is going to give them more like motivation. I can give example. Suppose a young couple, or he wants to like buy apartment, or the couple want to buy apartment but it's too expensive. So buying apartment takes long time, maybe 10 years, 15 years, paying installments. So banks does not give such kind of installments to young people unless there is a job security. So they work longer, they wish to work longer, so they can get regular, their jobs are secure, so that way they can be more motivated. How interesting the work is. Work itself is the most motivating factor. Like you are doing, like you are in film industry, you want to act, and you choose a job of acting. So that motivates you more because you are what you have interest, you are choosing their profession. So that is kind of work itself is the most motivating factor. And promotion prospects. Some people are highly motivated because they get a chance of promotion. Promotion means upgradation of their like degrees, upgradation of their even life in form of jobs. Example, if you are a manager, you could be a general manager. So that kind of promotion will motivate worker a lot. So these factors, if you see, encourage workers to do their work harder and more efficiently. Efficiently means whatever they have to give the 100%. So this is called efficient. The work itself is a motivating factor. Now, some important factors to influence motivation at work we had discussed already: money, job security, promotion, status, which I am going to add little. Status is kind of people feel good when you say, I am working as a director, I am working as a CEO, I am working in this company. So this status will give them more motivating factor. So people, there are different countries have different kind of status. Like let's talk about Mongolia. People work for more status than money. They feel more proud that, oh, I'm working with this company, I'm a director, even though salary is less. So status in some countries are very important for their motivating factors. And next is, they are motivated by fringe benefits. Good wage plus company's card, housing, insurances. Some people are motivated by the high salary. Salary here, we talk about wage. Wage is, I said is here is specifically, I say it is basically workers who are working class, and wages are basically daily based. It is calculated by unit they produce or per hour basis. But even companies, if you're working in a managing position or top positions, those who are important, they get salaries. Salaries are calculated yearly basis, and then we divide by 12, so you get per month. So good salary, company cars, some company provide cars, so to get car, to get like allowances, kind of housing, free housing, insurances, like health insurance, different insurances. To get those things, they wish to work harder to. So these are the motivation factor. Variety of tasks to make interesting and more experience in their field. Some people, they're trying to explore other kinds of job. They are expert in one field, but they wish to try other one because they want to give 100%, and that gives them more satisfaction. Why? It is very easy, you can understand, if you do the job constantly same thing, you get bored. You get like demotivated because we are human beings, we can't repeat the job. So some people, to get the job, they're trying to change the job. So when they change the job, they get more motivated. Next one is friendship. Opportunity to socialize with other workers. What does it mean? It means simple that some people, they are human beings, we are like social animal. To be known, to be in society, we need friendship, we need socialization. So when they work in companies, they get employees, co-workers, they feel important and they have a lot of friendship, big friendship and kind of gathering which they can get it while they work. clean and safe workplace. Specifically, it is for, I'm saying labor class, but like we always wish to work places where the premises, factories or location is clean and healthy and safe, because safety is one of the most motivating factor. And even to get this, I'm giving example. Many multinational companies, when they are setting up the offices, they are very much caring about those things. So in their offices, if you have chance to work in big companies, you can see the buildings are well cleaned, well like highly like modern like buildings, and they have every facilities are there. That gives them more satisfaction. Training to improve their skills and chances of promotion. So some people, they wish to work in places where they get training free of cost training. Sometimes some companies have policies that if you work for longer, you get trained, because sometimes companies implement new policies, new like software or new applications, so they train their workers. So employees get trained free of cost, and they get more chances to get promotion through their training. It is sometimes free. We will discuss in our future lessons about different kind of trainings. And responsibilities. Some people are motivated by when you are giving them some kind of responsibility, like you do this job. If you do this job, a person, when he does this job or she does this job, feels more happy, satisfied. That comes when you are having kind of responsibility. And the power. Power means you have power to do anything. So like why workers, example, police, many people wish to work in army, defense forces or police, or even like politician. They are power hungry people. They want more power. Power means they can show they are something in society. So power also gives them satisfaction, and that leads to motivation. So we're going to talk about here is benefits of well-motivated workforce. Workforce means employees. So when business get highly well-motivated workforce employees, the benefit what they get help business to achieve its objectives. If worker is himself is basically very motivated, there's no need to train them. They can do the 100%. That increase their company's objective. They can achieve the objective very easily. Second, workforce efficiently produce quality work, goods and services. If you have well-motivated, highly motivated workers, they produce better quality products, and even their work shows the quality. And they also provide service to customer better than others. Increase labor productivity to reduce average cost and increase competitiveness. Now here labor productivity, we can check here what is labor productivity. It means number of products produced by a worker. It could be hour based, it could be day based. So if we have well motivated, highly motivated worker, they will produce more than normal. Example, if we have a worker produce 10 products per hour, and if the person is highly motivated, he can produce 11. So additional one unit is going to help companies to gain more profit, and plus it reduces the average cost because we don't need to hire many workers. That saves cost, and due to competitiveness around the world, companies are not interested to increase prices. They try to reduce cost, and reduction of cost only can happen when our cost of labor could be down or costs of product could be down. So that is the way they are competitive, and in the competitiveness they can gain more market share. Next is enjoy going to work and takes less time to take off. Days take off lead to low rate of absenteeism. When we have highly motivated workers, they wish to go to offices or workplace. They will not give any excuses. If a person is not motivated, they make excuses. Oh, I was in traffic jam. Oh, my mother was not well. They are making excuses because they don't like the job. So a worker who is well motivated, they wish to come on time. When you come on time, of course, it saves a lot of time for a company, and plus they don't take unnecessary leaves, which will reduce absenteeism. I have mentioned here STAR, which is important. If you can see here, workers not attendance at work without good reason. So without reason, good reason means there's a genuine reason, like someone is not well at home. So that is genuine reason. But if you make excuses that my father is not well, even though the father is okay, but because the job is not happy, he is not happy, so they are making excuses. So this is called absenteeism, unnecessary taking leaves. Don't leave the business, lead to labor turnover. Labor turnover means, if you see here, the rate at which workers leave a business. What does it mean? It means that if a worker is well motivated, the worker will not leave the job. And that makes company saves a lot of money, and plus company also keep them as a loyal. So that comes when you are highly motivated. If many people are leaving the job, it means company will have deep trouble in future. In future you will not get good worker because there is some problem. It could be any problem. So when you have highly motivated workers, they will not leave the job. So labor turnover will be very less. Easier to manage, want to work with management to improve business. When you are highly motivated, workers highly motivated, they are trying to cooperate with management and to achieve the goal. That is only possible when you are motivated. Otherwise, you are making excuses, you're trying to clash with management, and that is the problem for the company. Company has huge losses based on that. Now here is kind of, if you see, happy employees, it comes from highly motivated worker, produce quality work. Quality work, when you are quality work, you are making your customer happy. How are you going to make customer happy? Simple way, you produce good quality products, so it's safe, and plus sometimes some you are providing services. So if your service good, customers are happy. When customers are happy, they will give referrals. Referral means they will say other people to go and get services or buy their product, and company also get. So this is called cycle, which comes from motivation of any worker. Next is here, in this IGCSE we're going to have 3 theories which we are going to study. When you're going to study A-level or university, you could have 7 or maybe 9 theories, but we are going to concern only 3 theories. Here, Maslow's hierarchy theory, the concept of human needs, F.W. Theorist's scientific management theory, the theory of economic man, and Frederick Herzberg's 2 factors theory. Today we're going to just discuss only Maslow's hierarchy theory, which is concept of human needs. So in this theory, if you see here, the Maslow is divided by this kind of pyramid. Number 1, the lowest part is called physiological needs, then safety needs, then belonging needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization. This is the way a worker is, or any human is motivated. Keep in mind, it is not 100% applicable, but it is applicable most of the cases. Now what is that? Number 1, we talk about physiological needs. So physiological needs is the lowest part. It means physical needs. What is physical need? Human needs, basic what we need. We need human, like what? Food, shelter, and clothing, which is we need to survive. So a person is motivated how? If we are keeping them these kind of things, like if a person is very hungry, so hungry, so that person is looking only for food. You give them food, he or she will do any work. Same thing for clothing and shelter. So these people are working for first basic need called food, shelter, and clothing for survival. But if you get all those things, you get some kind of job which you give you kind of food. You have food, enough food to live. You have a small house to live, and you have water, and you have clothes needs. So you are no more motivated with kind of small things. You are looking for next. So next is called here is safety needs. We need to be safe with physical danger. Individuals needs to know what they have to job security. What does it mean? It means that first I said about we are looking for food, shelter, clothing for survival. Once our stomach is full, we have small house, we have kind of clothings. Now we are looking for safety. We want to work in a place where our place is safe. For that, we are working for. So people leave the job, or people are highly motivated because they're looking for job safety, or they are looking for safe place. Next one is here is middle level needs, social needs. Most people want to be accepted by others and feel that they are loved and trusted. It is important to have friends, belong to group where social activities can be shared and enjoyed. This is the need, which is the third need, which is called social need. As I said, man is a social animal, so we need socialization. For that we need friends, we need colleagues. If you have a good circle, you wish to work there longer. You cannot work in a place where no one is talking to you. You feel isolated. So that is called demotivation. So motivation comes when you are looking for good friendship, good circle, and trusted one. So that is the third social needs. Fourth is called upper middle level of need, esteem needs. Individuals want to be respected and to have their achievement recognized by others. For some people, having certain status is also important needs. Fourth one, which is called here, is esteem needs. We are looking for positions. We feel that we are working, people respect us, people care us, people recognize our work. That is the way they are motivated. If you are, and how can you make them? You can give them positions. You can reward them by giving medals, certificates, honor them. If you honor them, they are more motivated. Some people are motivated only with this kind of things instead of money. The last level is called self-actualization. Not everyone will reach their full potential. For some individuals, it is an important need. Even the most successful people rarely achieve self-actualization because they will always set themselves as the challenge. This means that some people there are very, very rare people. I've just already mentioned, very rare people are there. Means they are not happy, they are not satisfied with, because they have a lot of money. They have status. Example, the president of Mongolia. He has status, he is working as a president. He has power. People recognize his work. He has money, everything he has. So what is the next position can he be motivated? It's very difficult. But it is only what he believes he can think about it. Maybe after 2 years or maybe 3 years, I don't know, he will be changed, he will be replaced. So maybe he will find another job. But there are very few people who are feeling that this is the last stage. So not everyone has same needs as those in Maslow's theory. This is a theory based on assumptions, so it is not that everything is applicable for every human being. Each human being is different, so theory does not apply on that. That is called here, it's a limitation of this theory. Self-actualization is rare. If jobs are not challenging, workers become demotivated. So even though you have achieved the top, you have got everything, but the job is not interesting anymore, the person is not feeling that. That's called self-actualization, does not feel that he is highly motivated. Workers become demotivated. Sometimes even you are working in the top position and you think you have got everything. You have got positions, you have got money, you have got status, but the next day company fires you. So you go back to again different needs. So that means actualization is not applicable for everyone. There are very rare people. I will give example. The saints like Buddha, all they are kind of say self-actualization where they have achieved everything and they are not being motivated by such money matter or esteem needs or self-actualization. And this is before we go for homework, I'm kind of repeat all motivation, which is part of any business. It is even going to help you for your in your studies. You are a student. If you are highly motivated, results are, of course, is your marks. So if your target is mark and you work on that marks and you make a challenge and you are working on that, if you like the subjects, you can get high scores. Okay. Now we have some homework which you have to do and try to submit as early as possible. These are homework. Very simple. What is meant by motivation? Simple, define it. I told you the command word is what is meant. It means you need to only define it. Explain why do people work. You need to talk about people work for money, people for satisfaction, kind of that. What are the benefits of well-motivated workers? It is related to business. Why do we do business, and why these of well-motivated workers will give, I could say, efficiency, productivity, high profits, comes customer satisfaction. You can write like that, but in detail. And draw and discuss Maslow's theory, where you need to make a triangle, pyramid, and you need to discuss and you write about what is that and what is the limitation. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. We'll have next presentation next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.